I, Logan, take you, Stephany, to be my wife,
I, Logan, take you, Stephany, to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for
for better, for worse,
for richer,
for richer, for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death
till death
do us part.
do us part.
This is my solemn
This is my solemn vow.
That's what I was nervous about.
I, Stephany, take you, Logan, to be my husband,
To have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor,
sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish, till death do us part.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Logan, you may now kiss your bride, and Stephany, you may now kiss your groom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Logan Kendall.
Okay. Hold it up close. Oh, it works. Terry and I would like to welcome you all to this beautiful celebration of Logan and Stephany. We are so happy you could be here with us this evening to celebrate their marriage. We sincerely thank you all, family and friends, for being here. I don't know if Mark Schroeder is still here, our officiant, but I want to thank him if he is still here. I don't think he is, but he did a wonderful job with the service, and we really appreciate that. Terry, it just doesn't seem like all that long ago, okay? About a minute. When it was you and I who were saying our vows, I wanted to take this moment to tell you, Terry Lee Deal, that I love you and that I still am incredibly happy you're my partner on this wonderful journey that has led us to a night like tonight. We want to acknowledge Logan's parents, Dave and Marnie Kendall. Dave and Marnie, thank you for raising such a wonderful young man. We know you're very proud of him, and rightly so. He's a great guy. And Dave, a special thanks to you if it was you who taught him on the golf course to act properly impressed when I hit a good drive, even when it comes up 40 yards short of his. Stephany, you have been... Can't look at you. But Stephany, you've been so excited about this night, and you've said repeatedly that you didn't want it to just fly by, that you wanted to be able to slow it down and to truly savor every moment of it. So right now, I want you to take a deep breath, and I'll do the same. And in the words of one of your favorite singers, who we'll be hearing from shortly on the dance floor, tie up the boat, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is all right now. Stephany, this is the night you've been waiting for. Slow it down, take it all in, and enjoy it. And to help slow things down, I now have about an hour of prepared comments I'd like to make. Steph and I have always had a special bond from the time she was born, and she seemed just so content to just be held and talked to a little later when she would ride around on my shoulders pretty much everywhere we went. Through all those fun preteen and teen years when she would come to me for help and then get mad at me for not helping her the right way. To even now, when Steph always has my back after dinner, when everyone else is stuffed, but Dad thinks we need to go out for ice cream. Thanks, Steph. Stephany, your mother and I have watched you grow into an amazing, beautiful young woman, and we are so proud of you. All those times on your days off, you went into school with your mom and watched her teach. You had an opportunity to learn from the best, and you made the most of it. You have become an outstanding teacher, loved by your students, valued by their parents, and respected by your peers. We love you, and we're very proud of you. And it was in the education department at Bowling Green State University that you met Logan. I remember first hearing about a guy in your classes who was showing interest in you. We knew he must be someone special by the way you talked about him. When we first met Logan, we were immediately impressed. He seemed to be the guy we always knew you would find. You see, Steph, even when you doubted it, we trusted that if you had patience, you would find a guy who would see and appreciate your warmth, your kindness, your intelligence, your sensitivity, your beautiful smile, and yes, even your somewhat twisted sense of humor. Logan, you have become a valued member of our family. From the very beginning, you were relaxed, friendly, open, and kind. You have always seemed to truly enjoy spending time with us, although I now realize that your early impressions of us may have been strongly influenced by my well-stocked beer fridge in the basement. Logan, we love you, and we thank you for loving our daughter. It has truly been a joy to watch your relationship develop. We are so happy you guys found each other. You obviously, to anybody who watches you, you guys love each other, you respect each other, and you have fun together. And it's really nice to see. I'd like to end tonight by telling you about a little incident with Stephany that happened a long time ago. And that for over 20 years now, I've known was going to be part of my speech tonight. Steph was about 5 years old when she had the misfortune of accompanying me on a trip to the nursery to look for plants for my yard. For those of you who don't know me well, while that's one of my favorite things to do, it can be quite an ordeal for anyone who doesn't share my enthusiasm for growing things. Needless to say, Steph got pretty impatient and started to bug me to go home and to play with her friends. Eventually, she got pretty disrespectful and was insisting, and so I told her that if she didn't stop when she went home, she wasn't going to be able to play with her friends. Steph being Steph, she didn't stop. She got worse and insisted that I take her home. As a result, I told her that she had pushed it too far and that when she went home, she was going straight to her room. At this, 5-year-old Stephany looked like she was going to explode. Her face turned bright red. She put her hands on her hips. She looked up at me and said quite forcefully, "I am not going to let you walk me down the aisle when I get married." That was such a beautiful moment because it was. I had a hard time not smiling, which would have made things worse. It was such a beautiful moment because I realized that even at 5 years old, we had a powerful bond, and that she knew that walking her down the aisle would someday be something that would be very important to me. So, Stephany, tonight I want to tell you, thank you for letting me walk you down. You were right. It truly was one of the highlights of my life. Thank you. So, I got to get my drink. Let's raise a toast. Wait, I have to say this first. Stephany Kindle. Logan and Stephany Kindle. That sounds good. I like that. Let's raise a toast to Logan and Stephany. May your relationship continue to be filled with love and family and friends and fun. Cheers.
Beautiful.
There it is. First of all, I would like to thank Terry and Jim. And Jim for making my night horrible, for having a great speech. And now I feel bad because everything that I planned is out the window. He said he was going to cry. Didn't cry. Now I'm going to cry. No. But first of all, Steph, you look beautiful. It was amazing tonight. I'm glad this day has finally come. I'm glad you're part of our family. We couldn't expect anybody better to share our last name with. So, I've been to a couple weddings now and know that the best man's speech should last about as long as the groom does in bed tonight. So it should end pretty shortly. Yeah, sorry. But we've had a few beers tonight, so it might last a little bit longer than usual. But in all seriousness, Logan, I love you, buddy. You're my best friend. I wouldn't be up here speaking in front of everybody if that wasn't the truth. You're the most caring, you're the most loving person I know. Steph, you've got a great one. Logan, you've got a great one. And tonight's for you guys. And I hope it's everything that you ever imagined to be with the Kindle family. But here's Logan and Steph. We can raise our glasses. Going off of what Dad said last night about memories. Memories are the one thing that stay true when everything else changes around you. And I'm just happy that I got to be a part of you guys' memory tonight. And I love both of you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys as well. So here's to the new Kindle family. Cheers.
Cheers. How about a nice big round of applause for our best man, Colin. And let's keep that going for our matron of honor, Macy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Macy Bradbury, and I'm Stephany's matron of honor. I want to start by thanking both Steph and Logan for including me in their big day. I would also like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Kendall and Dr. and Mrs. Deal for raising the extraordinary and exceptional people we all get to celebrate tonight. I met Steph okay, can't look at her. I met Steph about 7 years ago at Bowling Green State University through our sorority Delta Gamma, where she became my little sister. Okay. I was fortunate enough to meet Logan shortly after he and Steph started dating. I still remember the first time meeting Logan, or one of the first times I should say, where he was just a complete gentleman, just very kind, attentive, just a really great caring guy. And I'm not quite sure how he still likes me today, because as many nights in BG end up, I was overserved, not by my doing, of course. And I'm sure I was not as adult and ladylike as I am right now. And no promises I'll remain this way for the rest of the night on the dance floor later tonight. So I hope you guys remember me this way, not how I'll be in about 2 hours. Okay. My favorite memory of Logan, though, is when my husband Jake and I went to go visit Steph and Logan one weekend while they were still dating. Jake and I, the emotional mushballs that we are, started asking Logan why he loved and wanted to marry Steph. And after about 10 minutes, I don't know if you remember this, yep, after about 10 minutes, Steph came in and found Logan, Jake, and I just crying in their kitchen, talking about how perfect Steph and Logan were together. Like, it was ridiculous. All this to say, Logan and Steph, you're incredibly lucky to have found each other in this world. You both are one of the good ones, and I've been fortunate enough to watch you both fall in love over and over again throughout your relationship together. I have been lucky enough to be married to one of the good ones as well, and wanted to offer a piece of advice from all of my experience and insight and wisdom I've gathered in about 10 months of marriage. My advice is very simple. It's rinse out your coffee mug. You see, in our first couple months of marriage, I would come home from work, set my coffee mug in the sink, dirty, and this would just drive Jake crazy. He didn't understand why I couldn't just wash out the mug, and I didn't understand why it was such a big deal. Bless that man for dealing with me, but I finally started washing out my coffee mug. Not because it is kind of gross just to kind of, leave it dirty in the sink. That's just nasty. But I knew it bothered him. And over the 10 months, I've learned doing these small things for each other adds up to make a big difference in our relationship and just our days overall. It is an extremely humbling thing when someone the likes of this woman asks you to stand by her side on what is arguably one of the most important days of her life. And it is with great honor that I raise my glass, and if you have a glass, please raise it. I love you both very much, and I know I speak for everyone in this room when I wish you nothing but a long and healthy, happy life together. May you continue to be one of the good ones and wash your coffee mugs every day. Congratulations to the newlyweds. Cheers.
All right, how about a nice big round of applause for Macy and Colin and Jim, who've had some extraordinary speeches tonight. And let's keep that applause going for Stephany and Logan as they head to the dance floor. Not going to rush them here. Those are important hugs. But we're going to welcome Stephany and Logan to the dance floor for their very first dance together as husband and wife.